So student, today we will do some exercise from electrical field and charges, class 12 physics. We will do additional exercise Q number 1.25, right? Problem is an oil drop of 12 excess electrons is held stationary under a constant electrical field of 2.55 into 10 to the power 4 Newton per coulomb. Okay. It is actually Millikan's oil drop experiment. The density of oil is 1.26 gram per centimeter cube. Estimate the radius of the oil drop, where G is given and the charge of electron also given. Now see what they are saying. They are saying that the 12 electrons in a oil drop. It is might be hanging like that. Suppose this is an electrical field and here you see it is a positive like this. It's a plate, or you can think about as a sheet, very thin sheet, and one oil drop is there, it is hanging, which is having 12 electrons, minus charge, electron has minus charge, and the electrical field, it is how much the electrical field, it is given as, the electrical field is given as 2.55 into 10 to the power 4 Newton per coulomb, right? So obviously from this, this oil drop will be try to fall down due to its own gravity. So the force of different forces interaction on oil drop is, one is mg and another is, if it is negative, so this will be Coulomb force will be working on this, and both two forces will be balance each other in equilibrium. As the oil drop is not falling down, so what is actually happening? So the mg will be balanced is the Coulomb force, right? And Coulomb force, the charge content, this is the Q into E, right? Here Q is how much? This is the 12 electron, okay, and 1 electron charges is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, it is also given here. So, and electrical field is 2.55 into 10 raised 4. So this much Newton is the Coulomb force acting on the oil drop due to electrical field. And this mg is how much? Mg is, and this is equal to mg, and mg is how much? Mg is, here suppose the radius of this one is r, radius, right? This is the r. So water droplet is spherical, so what? 4/3 pi r cube will be the volume of this one, where r will be taken as a meter. In SI unit we will take as a meter, and it will be the rho, the density of oil, and the gravitational constant, earth gravity constant. So this will be the downward force, and both are equal. Okay, for this case, for both will be equal, what will happen is, now we need to calculate both this, these two forces to be equal. So here rho is given here. Rho is how much? They have given rho is 1.26 gram per centimeter cube. So this is, we need to convert into SI unit. So this is 1.26, and 1 centimeter, you know, 100 centimeter is 1 meter. So this will be down by 100 cube. Okay, no, this will be up 100 cube per meter. It will be weight will be high, so this will be this one in the multiplication. Okay, numerator, and the gram will be converted as a kilogram. So this will be 1000 gram is 1 kilometer 1 kilogram. So in this case, what will happen? This is 1.26 into 10 raised 3, actually 10 raised 3, because 3 2s are 6 and minus 3. So this is kg per meter cube will be the density, right? Okay, now put the value here as mg 4/3 pi. This is, you can write it as a 3.14. Then r cube is, this is r cube, and rho is 1.26 into 10 raised 3, and g is how much? G, we know this is, g is given this much, 9.81 meter per second square. Now let's equate both two. So F is, so you see F is how much it was coming? It was 12 into 1.6 into 10 raised minus 19, and 2.55 into 10 raised 4. Okay, and this is equal to mg equal to how much? This is 4/3 into 3.14 into r cube, and this is 1.26 into 10 raised 3 into 9.81. So from these two, we can say this is r cube will be equal to this side 12 into 1.6 into 10 raised minus 19 into 2.55 into 10 raised 4. Then this will be up into 3 over 4, all will be now come to denominator. This is 3.14, then 1.26 into 10 raised 3 into 9.81. So this is for 3 is 12, so this is coming 9, 3 3 is 9 into 1.6 into 2.55 over 3.14 into 1.26 into 9.81, and 10 raised minus 19 plus 4, then minus 3. Okay, so this is coming, if you multiply this will coming 0.947. It is a calculation part only, you can check, and this will be coming 10 raised minus 18. Okay, so you can write this one as a 947 into 10 raised minus 21. This is equal to r cube. So from this, r will be cube root of 947 into 10 raised minus 21. So what will be? This will be 9.8 into 10 to the power minus 7 meter. Okay, minus 7 cube is 21, right? And this cube root of this one is 9.8, right? So this is, you can say 9.8 into 1 meter is 1000 millimeter. So we will say this is 9.8 into 10 raised minus 4 millimeter. So this was the part of Millikan test. So you got this result, right? So the radius of this water droplet, oil droplet, will be 9.8 into 10 raised minus 4. Okay. So now move to the next question. The question is now question number 1.26. Now it is a pictorial presentation of two to validate whether these are the fields or not. So they have given case 1. This is a one type of uneven conductor surface, and they have put like this outward, all are outward. We don't know whether it is outward arrow is given, whether it is magnetic field electrical field representing or not. We need to check like this. So let's see. Here you see the this was the picture. As per the picture given, you see all these arrows coming out of this conductor body. This is conductor actually. Conductor body is not perpendicular to the surface of the normal surface of this surface of the conductor. As we know, the electrical field or flux will be always to the normal to the tangent of this surface particular point at a particular point. So it should, if it is a flux, it should direction should be like this, but it is not there. Everywhere you see it should be tangent, it is not tangent like this. It should be coming out of this. So this is not actually representing of the flux, electrical flux. It may be some reflection like this. It is showing like this, some arrows. So it could not be a flux indication of these lines. Got it now? Because the flux magnetic line should be perpendicular to the particular point of surface. And how we will do this, how we can measure this? This will we have to draw this this tangent to the surface particular point at a particular point, and make it normal to this tangent, then this flux should coming out of vertically to this tangent. Okay, as per property we read in earlier theoretical lecture. Now the second second picture they have given like this: one positive charge, then one negative charge, then positive charge, then positive charge, then positive charge, and the flux line is coming somewhere like this. As per the picture, this is correct drawing or not? They are trying to they try to try to know from us. So this is actually, now you see these are this is positive charge, this is positive charge, this is positive charge. Now we know the flux line always, field line always will coming from positive to negative, so this one is correct. But you see here from negative to positive, so this is not correct again, and positive to positive, this is also not correct, and this is also positive to positive, which is not correct. Coming out from positive charge, this is correct, this is correct, this is correct, this is correct, but these three are not correct. So it is cannot be is the field line. It is not representing actually the electrostatic field line. So this is also not correct. So this is not correct. This was also not correct. Now third picture they have given two positive charge. Third picture they have given two positive charge is placed over here, and electrical field lines coming like this, and this out of this positive charge, and also they are not meeting each other. So it is quite okay. It is okay. It is obeying. We know from positive charge, it is actually trying to reach some negative charge placed over somewhere, and here will be middle point somewhere. It is the null point, right? Where is no electrical field line will be exist in a particular point somewhere like this. It will close, very close, but somewhere it will be some point where the null point is existed, will be existed. So this case is correct, because positive to positive it is not traveling, but instead it is traveling somewhere else, maybe space somewhere, maybe here negative could be here, or maybe here. So they are not coming to this to that, positive to positive. They are searching, they are going to somewhere negative parts, maybe placed in a space. So it is correct. So this one is representing this electrostatic field line. Now another picture they have given, this one. There are three positive charges like this. One positive charges here, one positive charges in a triangular form like this, and the field line they have shown like this, like this, like this, like this, and this is coming out, this is coming out, this is like this coming out. So now see, this one is correct. Going from, coming out of from a positive charge field line, this is correct. But this field line, first one is this field line going to another positive, this positive charge field line generating to this and reaching to this positive line, it is not correct. This is also same, it is going from a positive to another positive, this is also wrong. Also they have shown that this field line crossing each other, it is not possible. It is not possible. Not possible, because two field line cannot cross each other. The reason behind this very interesting in the vector lines. What are these field lines? As you read, these field lines are nothing but the force line, the vector product in a particular point. The interaction of between two charges forces the resultant forces due to interaction of two. Okay, suppose you put a test charge or something like this, some charge, then the total force acting on by these and these, there will be some resultant. So this vector direction will be also same. Suppose you put a test charge here, suppose you consider here is the 1 coulomb positive test charge, we put it here, so this will repulse, this is correct. Now this will also coming this one, this is not correct, because this is also push this one this side, because positive repulsion, this is repulsion, correct. So two vectors, now see, two vectors working in a suppose this direction and this direction in a particular point. So there could not be two field lines. Overally, suppose this is F1 and this is F2. So overally there will be some resultant field line, resultant force will be keep on happening on a particular point. So only one single field line will be observed in a particular point. So that is why two field line never cross each other. So this case is also wrong. This case also not representing the electrical field line, correct. Okay, now another picture they have given, there are two conductor, uneven conductor surface like this, and another conductor surface like this, and this is positive charge, this is positive charge, this is positive charge, this is also positive charge, this is also positive charge, this is positive charge, and this one is negative, right. Okay, then they have shown this field line is coming to this in this positive to negative. So this is very correct. Now they are coming here, coming out of this one and reaching to this one, but it is a broken line. First one is the broken line, it is not possible. Field line is always going to positive and negative, so it cannot be broken. And also they have given some loop of field line in between this space, which is again it is not possible for a field line, because due to conservation of energy, field line could not be completed, right, within this one also, and the broken line also not possible, because field line is a force interaction. How it could be null and then start null point like this, we have shown this one null point due to interaction of two static charges. After giving the null point, how then the field line again started? It is not possible. It is in space, there is could not be a force interaction. The force will be interaction between the two charges, so positive negative or positive whatever. So this void cannot be is not possible. That broken field line again starting field line is not possible. Also this loop also cannot be completed as cycle loop. the field line cannot be a cycle of due to this conservation of energy, it is not possible. But this case is okay, this is okay. But overall, this picture could represent this electrical field line, right? So this is the 1.26. Then we will move to the next question, 1.27, question number 1.27. Okay. Now see, question number 27, what they are saying is, in a certain region of space, electrical field is along the z direction throughout. The magnitude of electrical field is, however, not constant. Okay. Till now we have read the concept of uniform electrical field, which is having the constant value. But here they are saying the uniform, it is not, the electrical field is not uniform. So it is keep on increasing from somewhere to somewhere in a certain distance. Per distance it is increasing gradually. So the magnitude of electrical field is, however, not constant but increases uniformly along the positive z direction at the rate of 10 to the power 5 Newton per Coulomb per meter. Okay. What are the force and torque experienced by the system having a total dipole moment equal to 10 to the power minus 7 centimeter in the negative z direction? Now see, first let's say coordinate like this. Coordinate is this one like this, x, and this is y, this is x, this is y, I can say. So the perpendicular to this axis may be z like this. This is z, and negative z will be like this, z dot, and this is x, and this is y. Now they are saying the electrical field is the positive direction of z. So electrical field is running like this. Suppose this is E, and the dipole is in the negative direction. Now see, dipole we have seen the dipole is the equal and opposite charges. So if it is positive, then it will be negative, and have a defined distance between the two charges as a system. So it will be act as a dipole. Okay. Now they are saying the dipole moment is in the negative direction. The force experienced by the dipole is the negative direction. What does it mean? So field is increasing here, equal charges is there. Just to remember here, one thing understand that two charges are equal. So if we put positive charges here, so it will be repulsed, because positive this side and negative will be this side due to electrical field. So it will be repulsed, and the electrical field is here. Electrical field is E plus some delta E, right? Some electrical field will be here also increasing due to, and this dipole is, suppose this is the distance between the dipole is dl. So it is dipole, if we put the positive point here, dipole, and negative point here. So what will happen? This will push and negative will be pushed. So it is direction will be z direction. So it is not possible. So it is not possible, right? They are saying this will be the negative z direction. This is negative z direction. So yeah, this will be case negative z direction. So the here will be the force Q into E. This will be bigger. This Q minus Q into E, it will be bigger. The force, attraction force. This is okay. Attraction force. This will be negative one. So this will be attraction force toward this one, right? This positive charge, and this direction will be this one, and negative will be this one. And ultimately, because this is the bigger, and this one for Q1 plus charges, this is suppose F2, this is F1. So this is Q into A again, because this here E actually delta E, right? So this is high, so this is bigger, so this is bigger. So effectively this dipole moment direction will be this side. So this is correct. So this alignment of positive charge will be this side, and negative charge will be this side, correct? Now see, the force here is, this is electrical field, but this length of dipole we have taken as a dl. So the field, electrical field over here, so the first force, now let's calculate. This is the hypothetical now. Now we calculate this one, force F2 on Q for q1 minus charges, on q1 minus charges, this will be what will be the force? The force is this electrical field, whatever, suppose this is the electrical field over working here, a particular field, suppose this is u1, so u1 plus then u1 into because this is constantly increasing means this was like this earlier, then this is increasing, okay, this is increasing field, so this is E and dl, because per meter this field effect is going on increasing. So this one into the charge q, and the direction will be negative, yani we know k cap in negative k cap, right, k cap negative, I j k, right, I cap j cap, and this is k cap, z direction we know earlier, right. And for this one, for q1, this is f, I am taking over the mod value of this one because the direction is the 0 degree, so cos 0 is 1. So for this one is only working, this force is E1 into Q, okay, and this is k cap direction, this is the k cap direction, the positive z direction, right. So the net effective force F2 minus F1 will be how much? This one E1, suppose E1 dl, and this is Q, and this is this direction. If I take this one net force on this direction, so this will be the subtracting force, because this is neutralizing this force somewhere to this direction. So this will be E1Q, right? So the net force will be E1 dl and Q. See, this is U1 dl and Q, because U1Q and U1Q both are neutralized each other. So net force, this one, the net force is this much. Now you see the dl and q, what is actually represented? Dl and q is this is dl and q is nothing but this is the dipole moment, because we have seen the dipole moment is always the distance and the q, the distance between the two charges and the q. So this is actually electrical field and this dipole moment dl, because this one dipole moment is always q into the distance between the two charges, qd. Earlier we have read like this, right. So now put the value, what they have given the value, this one, this electrical field they have given the value is 10 to the power 5 Newton per centimeter, Newton per coulomb per meter, and this dipole moment is 10 to the power minus 7 coulomb meter. Okay, so the net force will be this much of Newton. So this is 10 to the power minus 2 Newton. So the net force is 10 to the power minus 2 Newton, and this is on the minus k cap direction. It means this is this direction, negative z direction, right. This much force is working on this dipole, correct. Now they are asking what will be the direction, we got it. Now they are asking what is the torque experienced by this dipole. We know the torque tau is what is this? Tau is force, the net force we got this one, and this is force. Suppose we have got the net force F, and F into this one net force this one, and this is d of the dipole length, this dl, and this is cos, this is the product, this is cross product, so this will be sine theta, because this one you see, suppose in a uniform field, this one like this, if it is if it is there, if it is like this, okay, so this will be positive here, so this will be like this, and this will be like this. So the distance is distance is the longitudinal distance, the minimum distance will be this one, and the theta, this theta between this electrical field and dipole moment here, this is actually parallel. This is actually parallel. Instead of this, this is parallel. So theta is here actually because of this direction, electrical field is this direction, and this momentum, this dipole moment is this direction. Okay, so this is actually 180 degree. This angle between these two is 180 degree, theta is 180 degree. So here tau will be force, whatever the force here, suppose this is 10 to the minus 2 and dl we don't know, suppose this is dl, so sine 180 will be also there, 180. So sine 180, you know, sine 180 is basically minus sine 0. This is sine 0 is 0. Okay, so sine 0 is 0. So this is actually the torque experiments will be on the 0 because this is a parallel, so torque will not experience. This will not experience any rotational force. Instead, it will just pushing or pulling. In this case, it is pulling toward the negative z direction, and torque will be 0. So let's move to the next question. Question number 1.28. It's a good question. It's a cavity related question. They have given a conductor A with a cavity shown in figure 1.36a. They have given a cavity, there is a conductor, and inside there is a cavity, they are saying like this. So, and second case they have given again a conductor and this same cavity, but inside a insulated positive charge they have put over there. And first case they are saying there is no charge. So let's prove that if we push some charge, punch some charge positive q, then all will be aligned on the surface of this conductor. That we need to prove first case. And second case they are saying again pushed q charge, positive q charge, and it is again placed over the outer surface of this conductor body. And if we put some charges inside the cavity, this amount of charge again will add on the surface of this conductor. How to prove this one? Let's see. First case is, you see from this one, if we punch some positive q charge on a conductor body, so it is the property of conductor. Property of conductor, this is property of conductor is, remember, electrical field inside any conductor, electrical conductor is 0. You should remember like this. Only thing what is happening, and any conductor has abundance amount of these free electrons which can rearrange themselves when exposed to any field or some other charge by conduction or induction. This is charge, I punched it, or maybe induction, induced charge. Abundance free electrons rearrange themselves as per the force, as per the charge pushed inside this conductor body. To neutralize the field effect, internally they developed one potential. To neutral this external field effect. Suppose say here is a conductor body like this. So if we put some electrical field like this, so what will happen is it has the free electron, lot of free electrons. So this, when you put some electrical field over on this conductor body, so the electrons, because this is positive one, so electrons, free electrons will come this side, and due to this, so this is actually flowing surface uh, to, as this is electron flow is not restricted, being this is a conductor, it is not a dielectric, where the in case of dielectric the movement of electron is restricted, but in case of conductor free electron can move, rearrange themselves from here to the air. So if it is this side the electron comes to some force, positive force here due to attraction of this positive field to this direction. So here the electron will be deficient and it will give you the only proton part will be concentrated here without electron. So positive charge it is on the surface only, and a negative cluster electrons, negative charge will be this one. So this is what is happening actually. This is actually rearranging, as this is not by touch, it is only induction. This is, in this case of is the induction. So the net total conservation of charge, quantization of charge, so this is the electron actually rearrange themselves from here to here. Once you remove this, it will get balance again, and for a short of span of time, once you expose this one for a particular point of time, it is actually giving the electrical field, internal electrical field due to external field, to get it balance each other, to get it neutral, till this electrical field is capable to attract this electron from this side to this side, till this phenomena will happen, though it is a very nanosecond activity. What is happening? No, this electrical field, internal electrical field, one will generate from this side to this side, and till this electrical field external is equal to this electrical field value, this will phenomena will keep on happening, and it is creating, it will created by the electrical body, conductor body is a virtual, this is a electrical field effect internally to get it balance of both these two fields, external fields. Now our case, you see here they are saying that we have passed some Q charges, positive Q charges, maybe induction or by conduction, by touching some charged body to this conductor body again, but inside there is a vacuum, there is nothing inside, so that all the charges will be coming out of the surface. Okay, now see from Gauss formula, initially just you see there are two types of explanation. By logic only you can see, we can say like this, that once the charge is distributed, what is actually happening, this is positive one, if you charge this one positive by touching. So by touching this positive charge body, suppose this is a positive charge body, I touched this one, this was positive, right? So positive. So what is happening, this is earlier it was neutral, now if you put some positive rod over this, positively charged rod on this, so what will happen, the all electron, possible electron will be get attracted, flow to this one, and it will balance. Now it totally becomes a system. So totally becomes system. Now they will share this total electron of this one to make it potential difference 0. An electron will flow from this conductor body to this to make it this potential difference similar. So the flow should stop. So they will attract actually electron from this. So ultimately the electron, this conductor body will come out of all electron deficient after some times. And if the electron deficient is there, now what is happening? If electron now remove this one side, suppose. So the electron deficient now will distribute it all over this, what is this surface. Why you are saying like this surface? Why not is all the body inside core? Inside core, if you draw a conductor, suppose this is a wire like this, conductor. So charge, there are all of atoms, lot of atoms and molecules are there in every layer is there like this. So But electrons is this deficient, only this taking part, all this free electron is taking part outside this body only, outside the layer of this conductor body. Why it is so? Because once the charge is once the charge is there, so suppose it is what is happening, electrons are going apart from this one, electrons are going apart, so electron deficient is happening. So all these positive charge, all this positive, earlier happened with the all core, all this positive charge here initially, it is a nanosecond activity, as I told you. So once it is there, suppose it is happened inside core also, but after sometimes what will happen, this electron deficient will attracted to this core body, all electrons will get this body fast, and there is a possibility that all these atoms from this periphery, they can help these core bodies, core layers, to make it neutral. So ultimately everybody is attracting, because this is a point and it is all 360 degree, there is a possibility of free electron. It was positive, so it will, there is a lot of chance that it will get neutralized by getting by pulling any of the electron from any of the surface, 360 degree surface like this. So this will balance, and ultimately there will be positive charge flow on the top. And this is again another explanation is that after getting this one, this positive one actually by it is exposed to this outer atmosphere surface. So outer atmosphere surface, when it is exposed, so there is a chance of lot of electrons, lot of electron donor maybe outside residing on the outside atmosphere. So there will be some Coulomb force. So they will get out of this and try to get this generating electrical field and get attracted of some electrons which is maybe in the air or other atmosphere. And from Gauss law, if you want to prove this one from Gauss law by calculation. So now you draw a Gaussian surface. Suppose this is a Gaussian surface. So the electrical field will be, as you know, this flux. The flux will be EDS, as you know, EDS, right? EDS, and this will be, theta will be 0 here, and this is cos theta, and cos 0 is 1, so it will be only EDS, you can say the value. So EDS is nothing but the Q by epsilon naught from this Gaussian surface. Suppose this is electrical field. Now from the conductor property, from this conductor property we know electrical field in inside is 0. So what is happening? So this is 0 actually. So 0 is equal to Q by epsilon naught, or Q equal to, you have to, Q must be 0. If you push charge also, they could not penetrate inside the center. Okay, and within a nanosecond they will coming out as a from the surface from the core and all these areas to the surface, and they will distribute themselves on the surface area only. So Q is 0 as per the Gaussian formula also, right? Otherwise what will happen if this is inside also this one? So the potential, as I explained earlier, if it is inside also, suppose if it is not, this core also having some electrons, this one charges. So what will happening? So core to sheath, outer layer to inner layer to outer layer, constantly there will be some flow, electron flow. So this will be a perpetual source of movement energy, which is not permitted by the conservation of law. So all these three laws actually it is saying that this electrical charge passed to a conductor body, it will only floating on the surface. So for this case it will be the only surface as per the Gaussian this formula also. Now they are saying there is another cavity. This is the cavity same. Second case they are saying that the cavity, this one is a conductor body, and it is a cavity. But we have put some charges inside the cavity. Inside the cavity the positive charge, and earlier it was punched with a plus positive Q charge. And now they're saying that you need to show that the outside charge now will be Q plus Q. Now you see, from very logic, you see there, once you put the positive charge, it is insulated. Otherwise, if it touched, then it will get balanced. Another action will happen. Some other action means it will positive will be here, then negative will be here. It will reduce. So now they are saying insulated. So it is an induction effect. It is, if it is insulating, so this positive charge will induce the inner cavity molecules around this cavity of this conductor body. This is the conductor body, right? So this will be negative. This will be attract this electrons from free electrons from this conductor body inside this cavity. Try to get it attracted. So if this negative is here concentrating, what will happen? This all these metals elements, this much of electron deficient will be there. So outside, what will happen? Actually, some positive, this much amount of positive charge again will keep on adding. This is the logic. Keep on adding, right? This will keep on adding. This is the only thing. This will keep on adding, right? And this electrical field, and see here one more. This is the logic. Now the electrical field. Now see, suppose if you draw a Gaussian area here, so you say this charge is there, but here is net charge. We we'll talk about the net charge inside the cavity. See, net charge is, this is plus q and this will be minus q, because how much this positive charge is there, this will be only capable of attracting negative charge from this cavity surface, inner surface of this conductor body cavity. So, and this net charge will be 0, because this is plus q, and this conductor body will contribute to the negative q, and the overall charge will be 0. And how it is happening in terms of electrical field will be explained. This electrical field line will be happening like this: positive to negative, positive to negative, negative, positive, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. So what is happening? This field line, these all field lines due to positive charge inside the Q will be, terminate, will be satisfied its own electron deficiency character by the force of these electrons clustering inside the cavity, and no field line will be on this inner surface of this conductor body. There will be no field line. Simply this rearrange of electrons will be shifted, this electron deficient, and this side will be positive again extra due to plus q, charges will be extra over here. And earlier it was punched with this capital Q charges. So overall in the top surface it will be Q charges and small q charges due to cavity inside charge, and it will keep on arranging this one. So so you have understand, I think, this one. And from this there is another question, the shielding. How could be one shielding could be done to a very highly sensitive instrument or phenomenon which we want to not to come out of this electrical field outside, or this is to be protected, outside electrical field should not affect this one. So how we'll do this? This is the only thing. They put it in a cavity. This charge will be, because if you put a charge here, suppose this is a positive charge Q here, whatever this one, this will not penetrate this one. In reverse way you can say like this: if you put positive charge here, so I say this is a conductor body here, and put positive charge here, here inside is a cavity, and this is a positive charge, put it here. So positive charge will put this one, and negative cluster over this one, sorry, this is negative cluster, negative electrons will come out of this one, okay, and this side will be maybe positive like this if it is induction, and for this will be negative, 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 negative. So this side, this will negative will be this side, this negative, so this will be positive charge plus adding of this one, sorry, this is Q, suppose electrical field we have put in this, and due to electrical field electron clustering this much, suppose this is minus Q this side and plus Q this side, and due to electrical field, and this cavity has the positive Q charge plus Q small q, so this side positive Q will be add on this one on the surface, and this side it will be less negative 1, so this will be less negative charges, and it will create the potential on the outside surface, and inner surface there will be, here will be minus Q, Q minus Q, right? This is minus Q, Q minus Q, right? Q minus Q will be the negative charge concentration. So there will be electrical potential over there, but by any means this field due to this one will not affect or penetrate this one, because conductor body inside electrical field needs to be 0. It is the property of conductor. So what does it mean? Actually, the inside this Q charge, inside the Q charge is keep on unaffected wherever the electrical field you put this side or this side or this side, this charge is unaffected, and it cannot come to know about the outside character of these fields or charge whatever putting inside like this by conduction or induction. This is the conduction touched by pushed charges or electrical field, this one creating this induction effect. So it is actually remain unaffected and it could be shielded, and this is the principle of shielding some sensitive charged body inside the cavity, shielding of charged body inside the cavity, right? So this is the actually principle. And here one thing, different question come to this conceptually, you just need to understand that this cavity, cavity, this is a cavity. Now cavity, the charge could be placed in the center or charge could placed in a offset in this cavity. Suppose this is a cavity. So in offset, what is happening, what will happen is offset. So if it is offset, this charge is offset now here instead of this one. So negative charge electrons will be attracted more and concentration will be here, and this side will be less. This side will be there, but it is less, and like this. But total amount of this one will be this total electron clustering for due to the plus positive charge here. This will be same, Q equal to minus Q. Only thing the gradient will be little bit different, but it is again the negative one only. And this field line will be more closer here, and it will be rarest and less dense to this side only. Correct? So this is the cavity phenomenon by which we can shield any charged body. For example, in practical MRI machine and this one induction heater, we put a Faraday cage like this. So this is the actually shielding property of this.